Hi, this is Tracy from Gift Basket Appeal, and today we're going to be making a design team card, and it's from Maymay Made It, and we're going to be using the Country Pumpkin stamp set. So let's get started. To create this card, I'm going to be using an orange card base, black, yellow, and white. And these are great for Halloween colors. And so what I'm going to do is, that Country Pumpkin stamp has a really cute candy corn. So I'm going to use my Copic markers to color that in. I'm going to be using my Distress ink to stamp the candy corn in black. And that's the Tim Holtz Distress ink. So I want several of these to decorate my card with. Okay, I'm going to color these in. We know that candy corn is orange, yellow, and white. So I'm going to leave that top part white, and I'm just going to color in this middle section here with my orange. And I'm using my Copics. But I'm thinking you could actually do this with a colored pencil if you needed to. I'm just going a little darker around the edges. I think I'll just go ahead and color all of those in. Yeah, we need some yellow. The thing I like about Copics is if you color these in and you keep layering them, they become darker and darker, which makes a nice coloring technique. But I'm pretty sure you can use colored pencils for this. And look how cute those look with the black outline on it. And look at that. That is so cute. Such an adorable stamp. And what I'm going to do is, I have a circle punch, and I'm going to cut out my candy corn using this circle punch because I still want it to have somewhat of an outline. I'm just going to have to cut that edge just a little bit. So the candy corn is just big enough to fit around my circle punch. So I'm just coming right up to the edge here. Take a look at what that looks like. So just around the edge, I'm going to place this on my card. So look how cute that is. Turn it over so I can see it. Just around the edge there. I like the fact that it has that little peek through window so you can actually see what you're doing, especially since this is so small. Or I could have cut out the circles and then just stamped on them too. I'm kind of making this up as I go along. And so now that I've got my candy corns, I think I'm going to decorate it just a little bit more. So I'm going to take my orange and just go right along the sides here, right along the edge of the circle, just to give it a little bit of an outline. And I like using dots to outline some of these so that they stand out just a little bit more when you putting them on your card. And I will list where you can purchase the stamps from the Maymay Made It website. I'll be sure to put that in description along with the measurements for the card. And so that just gives it a little bit more of an outline. And you don't have to do this. Just giving you some ideas for inspiration. I also have this white gel pen that I like to use a lot. And I'm just putting a little bit of dots right around the edge there. Thought that was a nice little addition. Sometimes the little details can mean a whole lot, or they can go a long way. You can see that. Just that little bit. It's going to look really nice. And sometimes you have a picture in your head of what you want to create, and you hope that it turns out that way. And so now we're going to use one of the other stamps, which is one of my favorites in this set. It's actually this arrow stamp. I love the way that looks. And so I decided to use a strip of paper. I'm going to ink that up pretty good. And it's not the exact size of the arrow. It's a little bit bigger because I want the arrow to have an outline. Hopefully I didn't ink that up too much. So I'm just going to press down on here, line that up pretty good. And that's pretty good. But I'm going to take my black marker and the places where it didn't stamp, which sometimes that happens too. I'm just going to fill it in a little bit. There's always a way to correct something if it didn't come out too good. Or I could restamp it. Okay, and there's a little bit of white peeking through on that, but that's okay. Now I'm just going to kind of cut along the outside of the bottom part of the arrow. Okay, and along the top too. Because I want it to still have a little bit of, I think it'll stand out more on the card if it has a little bit of an edge around it. And then I'm going to add some color to this using my Copics again. Just right in between here, I'm just kind of just coloring in this area right here. And how cute is that? So you can do it with whatever color you want. I think that orange and black looks really nice, and also keeping with the Halloween theme. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to it. I'm just going around the outside of this. Add a little bit of yellow. Just barely, but just that little bit makes a difference. I don't know what it is about dots, but I just really love making them. Okay, so we got some yellow on there. And you can keep going with this and decorate it as much as you want. You can fill it in with more color if you want. So we're going to put this aside for a little bit, and then we're going to use it on our card. So now we're going to take our yellow. And the yellow I'm really really happy about, because that yellow is going to add something to our card also. And it'll also tie in the colors of the candy corn. And so what I did with this, I don't know if you could see it real good, let's see. With my stamping block, what I did was I traced it onto here because I like the way that sign turned out. I wanted to use it as my sign for my sentiment. And I just love the shape of this. So I actually traced it on here, and then I'm going to cut it out. And the sentiment I'm going to use is called Boo Y'all. Okay, and I'm going to just stamp it right in the middle there. And look how cute that looks. It's such a wonderful idea. So now I'm going to just cut this out. So look how adorable that is, just using a shape of the stamping block. And so I wanted to put an outline on this, and I figure I'm going to outline it in black because it would stand out more. And I'm just going to make some little lines right around the edge. And just doing that little bit actually adds to it. Look how cute that came out. Okay, so now we're going to actually start building our card. And so I decided to go with the black, using the orange as the card base. Okay, now that looks really cute. And then I'm going to take my candy corns, and I think I'm going to put one in each corner there. And I want them to have a little bit of dimension. So I've got my mounting squares. Just want that to have not to be so flat on the card, and give it a little bit of dimension. I'm going to just put that in this corner right here. And look how nice that looks up against that black. Put another one on here. I've been making cards now for a little over a year, and I'm loving this process of learning. There's a lot of wonderful YouTubers that have all kinds of techniques. I really enjoy watching the videos and learning new things. And look how cute that's starting to look. It's really coming together nicely. And I'm going to put some more on here, but I also want to put my Boo Y'all maybe around that area right there. I'm going to mount this also. Maybe put it at an angle here. Maybe right there. Yep, that looks good. And look, it's got some dimension already. And I think I need got some larger circles on here. For my booyah sign. Okay, I ran out of the larger circles, so I'll have to use these small ones. And that's okay. Sometimes you just got to use what you have. And I'm going to place this maybe right around here. Not really toward the bottom, but maybe up a little bit more. Right around there. Oh, that's looking really good. Look how cute that is. Just outlining something as easy as just outlining around it really helped to bring it out. Okay, now I have my arrow. I want my arrow to go maybe around this way right here at an angle, but I don't want that to lay flat either. So I'm going to use some more, use these mounting squares on here. This is fun to see the process come together of how you make these cards, because sometimes you just have no idea how it's going to come out. And to me, that edge, this has just maybe a little bit too much on it around that edge. So I'm just going to take a little bit off. And I'm going to put this as an angle, kind of going up. Up just a little bit more. Oh, and that is really coming together. But it needs something else, so it's going to need some kind of outline. I'm going to take my gel pen, just give it some type of outline in the corners. And that white really makes a difference on that black. And so I think I'm just going to go ahead and go straight up the sides. A little bit of an outline there. And that really makes a difference. As simple as that is, it really makes a difference in just adding something else to this card. Okay, and that looks really good. And maybe I'll put maybe a white outline around that too. Maybe some dots. So cute. I'm just putting a little bit around there. Makes a difference. Still need something else. So what I did was I went and kind of practiced because I knew I wanted to put some cobwebs on there. And so I practiced cobweb making. So I'm going to put a few cobwebs on here. So I'm just starting with a dot, drawing some lines, and then just kind of connecting to make it look web-like. Make it a little longer. Because what's Halloween without some cobwebs? And that looks pretty good. Just come out a little longer on that. Okay, maybe put, actually going to add another one of these. I have one more candy corn. I'm going to add that right in there. Need something over here. I'll just put on an angle right off the sign there. And look how adorable. That, to me, that gives it a little bit more balance. Okay, and so I think I'll add another cobweb right in here. Draw my lines. I'm really liking the way my cobwebs are turning out. Looks adorable. Maybe something over here and maybe down here too. Yep. So cute. I think right down here. Yep. And look how adorable that is. And it's got that little bit of dimension to it, which helps a lot too. And just giving it that outline also helps. And then you can put your sentiment right on the inside. And let me show you what I did. Right on the inside, I just used the arrows and put the trick or treat sentiment, and then I just stamped some arrows and gave it some more cobwebs, and that actually completed it. And look how adorable those are. So I hope you liked this tutorial. Please go ahead and subscribe, comment, and I will make sure I put everything I use down below, along with the link to where you can get the Maymay Made It Country Pumpkin stamp set. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.